Hello, welcome to another video. Here we have a 2013 Subaru Outback. Got some issues with the control arm bushes. We're going to take it up and have a look and see what we can find. So we can see on both sides, it looks like the rubber's split within the bush mounting there. Symptoms of this would be sort of uneven tyre wear. You might get noise and shuddering over rough roads and reduced handling. This is a pretty common issue for these kinds of Subarus. This is, as I said, 2013 Outback. Foresters, other ones have a similar setup, and this sort of thing happens on them as well. So we're going to get these off, push the bushes out, and should be able to fix those issues. So these components spend a lot of time in the rain and the dirt, so before taking any of them off, give them a good spray with some penetrant so that they don't get stuck and make life hard for us in the future. Done that on both sides. Should hopefully make getting them off a bit easier.
That was a foul. You broke me socket.
That was a fail. Next up, we got the mounting bolts for the upper of the lower control arm. One there, and one under there. Lovely. I've just marked on the old bush where the void starts and finishes, so that when we put the new bush back in, we can line it up correctly, the same orientation that this one was in. There's obviously many ways you could do this, removing the bush out of the control arm. We're just going to show you two of the ways that are possible. The first way is if you don't have specialized workshop tools, but you have got a vise. It's a little less efficient and a bit more labor intensive, but needs must, I guess. The second way, on the passenger side, we're going to use the press. It's a lot more efficient, a lot quicker. At the moment, you can see that we're just breaking the center of the bush out of the control arm, holding it with the vise, and then we will cut out the bush housing and hammer it out of the control arm. So I want to cut through the outer housing of the bush, but not into the actual control arm itself, the mounting surface there. Only a little bit here, but that's not too bad. You don't have to do this, but this should definitely make it a lot easier to get the bush back into the control arm. What we've done here is just lubricated the outer surface of the bush, finding the right sleeve now to fit on the outside that makes sure it doesn't hit the rubber part. You could use a big socket for this, you don't need specialized sleeves, but this is what we have available, so we're going to use them. Going to give it a good flogging with a hammer. Got it in the vise there ready to go, and hopefully we can get it in straight. This is basically the end of the process for one side of the car. That was the difficult way, using the vise and a hammer to get the bush back in. Reassembly is just basically repeating the steps you did to remove it. Here we've got the two lower bolts going in, put the ball joint back on and the castle nut. We're going to leave the sway bar link pin disconnected here so that it's still able to move for the other side. Once the other side's back in, we'll reconnect the sway bar link pins. Now we're going to do it with a press. It's definitely a lot easier this way, and you'll see it goes a lot quicker and smoother. When you're using a hydraulic press, it's really important to make sure the parts are straight and aligned properly. If the part's crooked, it can slip or shoot out unexpectedly when the press applies force. That could obviously cause some serious accidents or damage to people around you. Keeping everything straight helps make sure the process is predictable and overall safe. Also, if you're pressing in things like bushings or bearings, alignment makes sure the part goes in properly. You might end up with a crooked or poorly fitted piece, which could mess up your whole process and you'd have to do it all over again anyway. That's basically it done for the difficult work part of this job. Just going to put the passenger side back in now. It's similar, exactly the same to the driver's side. Just the two lower bolts. Then we're going to put in the ball joint and reconnect the sway bar link pin. I'm not going to show it in this video because we're doing a little bit more work to this car other than just the control arm bushes, but basically just put the wheels back on and you're good to go once you put the car on the ground and torque all the bolts back up to the correct torque specs while the suspension is under load. So thanks for watching everybody. This is just a short video. We're going to make some more in the future. Thanks for all your support, and we'll see you next time.